very good morning to our viewers. Moila naam Yashira apni Khansaya se good morning Nagaland. Well viewers, let's begin our day with a beautiful and a positive thought.
You can go as far as your mind lets you. What you believe, remember you can achieve. Mari Kayash.
So here are the top headlines of the day. CM Rio and convener of Assembly's Select Committee convenes meeting on 22 November to discuss Nagaland-Assam border issue. Meeting to take place at 10:30 a.m. in the Committee Hall of Secretariat. After the Government of India significantly reduced central excise duty on petrol and diesel by ₹5 and ₹10, 22 states, union territories have also undertaken a commensurate reduction of VAT on petrol and diesel. Parent District's 7th Inter-Department Badminton Tournament begins on Friday. Tournament held at Indoor Badminton Stadium, Jaluki. The University's Grant Commission's examination will be held from November 20 to December 5. This time, the examination for December 2020 and June 21 semester will be held jointly. Russia, Iran's Central Asian NSAs will attend Delhi meet on Kabul as India is hosting a dialogue to discuss the overall security situation in Afghanistan following the Taliban's capture of power in the country. After the headlines, now we move on to our next segment called Print Preview. Now let's take a look at which are the prominent stories, those found in place of the front page of the leading dailies. So here are the top headlines of Morung Express. The first one, nothing about us without us. IDUF submits suggestions for amendments to NDPS Act 1985. The Indian Drug Users Forum, along with 58 other organizations, submitted a letter to the Director, Narcotics Control Department of Revenue, Ministry of Finance, Government of India on November 5, sharing consolidated suggestions for amendment of Narcotics, Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act 1985 on behalf of the community of people who use drugs. So we move forward to another lead. 19 out of 24 stolen mobile phones of college students recovered. In a major breakthrough, 19 out of 24 mobile phones, which went missing on two different occasions of Jaffu Christian College's Kigwema main boys hostel, were recovered and handed back to the students in the presence of Khujama Police, college faculty and village authority here today. In what we can be termed as a shocking incident, mobile phones of 10 students at the main boys hostel reportedly first went missing on September 22 on the evening around 6 p.m. to 6:45 p.m. when the boarders were attending an evening service, college authority here told the Morung Express. So here we go on to another story. Nagaland-Assam border issue. Rio convenes meeting on November 22. Nagaland Chief Minister and convener of the Assembly's Select Committee to examine the Nagaland-Assam border issue, Nephew Rio has convened a meeting of the committee on November 22 at 10:30 a.m. in the Committee Hall of the Nagaland Legislative Assembly Secretariat, Kohima. All members of the committee have been requested to attend the meeting. Lastly, a very good news to all of the state. Fuel prices fall further as Nagaland government's VAT cut takes effect. So I'd like to give an overall look at the fuel prices across Nagaland. In Twinsang, petrol prices in November 3 was 112.01 and on November 5 it's 100.58. For diesel it's 103.84 in November 3 and 86.92 on November 5. For Kifire, it's 111.90 on November 3 and 100.47 on November 5. For diesel, it goes 103.79 and for November 5, it's 86.79. For No Clark, it's 109.88 in November 3 and for November 5, it's 100.6. For the diesel, it is 102.14, and on November 5, it's 86.49. For FEC district, it's 111.21 on November 3, and for November 5, it's 99.78, whereas for diesel, it's 108.09 on November 3 and 86.18 on November 5. Junhe Boto, 111.20 for the date of November 3 and 99.78 on November 5. For diesel, it's 103.05 on November 3 and 86.14 for November 5. We move on to Longlang district, 110.90 on November 3 and 99.47 on November 5. For diesel prices, 102.96 and 86.14 in November 5. For Mokokchung, it's 110.87 on November 3 and 99.45 for November 5. And for diesel, it's 85.89 in November 5. We move forward to Wokha, 110.22 and then 98.80 on November 5. For diesel, it's 102.20 on November 3 and 85.29 on November 5. Kohima, the capital, stands at 109.47 in November 3, and for the latest one, we have 98.05 on November 5. And for diesel, it's 101.50 on November 3, and for November 5, it stands at 84.59. Perin, we have 108.73 for November 3 and 97.30 for November 5, while for diesel it's 100.95 on November 3 and 84.04 on November 5. And lastly, the commercial hub Dimapur stands at 108.34 on November 3, and on November 5 it stands at 96.92. Whereas for diesel it's 100.60 on November 3 and it is updated to 83.68 on November 5. Now it's time to look back into the past. Let's turn the pages of the time and have a look at what happened today in the yesteryears.
Mahatma Gandhi, father of the nation, was arrested for leading Indian miners' march in South Africa on November 6, 1913. Nazis killed 12,000 Jews in the Minsk ghetto on November 6, 1942. November 6 is International Day for preventing the exploitation of the environment in war and armed conflict.
Well, it's time for another segment called Viewers Corner, specially dedicated to all our viewers. You can also send us your interesting visuals and show your talent to the world. And I believe what can be a best platform than this show to showcase. So without any further ado, let's take a look at what do we have in our store today.
या कलम मैं और मेरे कलम मेरे साथ लिखता हूँ वो जो मन में लगे खास करता ना मैं गाने कॉपीराइट साइड बाय साइड अब भी लगे स्ट्राइक मैं और मेरे कलम मेरे साथ लिखता वो जो मन में लगे खास करता ना मैं गाने कॉपीराइट साइड बाय साइड अब भी लकी स्ट्राइक शुरू हुआ सफर मेरा 2020 में 17 से स्टार्ट किया लिखा मैंने खुद से कभी नहीं झुका मैं हार और जीत से करता रहा ग्राइंड क्योंकि विश्वास है खुद में सब कुछ छोड़ा मैंने टाइम दिया खुद को फर्स्ट भी तैयार करी जैसे लगे बीट बॉक्स खौफ मेरे दिल में कसाम ना स्ट्रीट जोक तेरी जैसे रोज कर रखूं गाने ऑन द चौक गाने आता जैसे मेरा फ्लो लगे ग्राउंड व्यूज नहीं जाता का स्टिल ऑन द ग्राउंड मेहनत मेरी जारी मेरे को लाना फुल वाइब अंडरग्राउंड से लेके मेन स्ट्रीम तक राइट अब तो खुद से खुद की लड़ाई पार कर रहा हूँ दे के रिहाई करता ना मैं किसी की बुराई जब हाथ में कलम दे रहा खुद को सफाई हाँ मैं और मेरे कलम मेरे साथ लिखता वो जो मन में लगे खास करता ना मैं गाने कॉपीराइट साइड बाय साइड अब भी लकी स्ट्राइक मैं और मेरे कलम मेरे साथ लिखता वो जो मन में लगे खास करता ना मैं गाने कॉपीराइट साइड बाय साइड अब भी लकी स्ट्राइक लफ्ज मेरी भारी मुझे करना है रूल राज ऐसे खोलूं जैसे फर्स्ट वाला स्कूल मम्मी पापा से मत क्योंकि डरना बिल्कुल I'm the game changer and I'm not a fool yeah अंदाज से सर पर मैं चलूं अपने पैर पर रहता मैं फ्लो पर अपने ही तो जोन पर करता मैं हिप हॉप रह गया अपने ट्रैक पर बात निकले सच मेरे लफ्जों में आकर सपोर्ट मेरे घर से और दुआ है सर पर फर्स्ट निकला है जस्ट बिंग लेके खंजर जैसे हिप हॉप को देना है अंजाम सफलता मिलेगा तब लूंगा अपना नाम खुद से मैं वाकिफ और सब मुझसे नाराज लेता नहीं फक क्योंकि कोई नहीं है खास मंजिल बहुत दूर पर रहता ना उदास खुदा मेरे साथ तभी खुद में है विश्वास और मेरे कलम मेरे साथ लिखता वो जो मन में लगे खास करता ना मैं गाने कॉपीराइट साइड बाय साइड आई बी लगे स्ट्राइक
Wow, so that was an interesting performance by rapper It's Wahid from Lahorijan, Karbi Anglong. So just like Wahid, if you want to exhibit your talent, then the wait is over. Simply mail us at goodmorningnagaland@gmail.com or you can WhatsApp us at 88-766-29268. Well, this is my favorite segment as it is now time for some refreshing melody that will uplift your mood. Let's enjoy this beautiful number from Polar Lights.
Tongues of cruel intentions, where's your God now? So as you feast on our ambitions, think of us, the unforgiving, with the fallout. You put our necks on a track. So fuck your mad addiction, we're pacing up the route and work. They say don't trust the system, so we learn to move and breathe in the shade.
So now let's quickly move on to another interesting segment, which is specially dedicated to those who are passionate about photography, where you can showcase skills as a photographer. Let's have a look at what do we have in this segment called Picture Perfect. So that's a beautiful photo of Old Ministers Hill, Kohima, clicked by Likao Kinghen. If you also want to send your photos, all that you have to do is simply send your clicked photograph to us. You can mail us at goodmorningnagaland@gmail.com, or you can also WhatsApp us at 8876629268. That's all we have for the day. We shall see you all again tomorrow with another episode of Good Morning Nagaland. But before we leave, it's time to check the weather updates for the day. Do take care and have a good day.